Hello everyone. Today I'm going to review the new Montecristo Epic. Here's the Epic Toro 6x52. Now this uses an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan and Dominican filler. This is reportedly the fuller bodied of the Montecristo line. So let's get right to it and see how the Montecristo Epic stacks up. The wrapper on this cigar looks nice, has a little shine to it. There's the logo of the Epic. And believe this is triple capped. I believe you can make that out if you look carefully. All right, let's try it out, see what we've got here. The Epic Toro. Oh yeah, very good draw. The flavors I'm getting here initially are a very sweet candy-like cedar flavor with some orange citrus mixed in with it. It's a very, I say candy-like because it's very sweet. Candy-like, okay, that's the only way to put it. There's a decent amount of pepper. Let me get you a rating. Right now, I would say the pepper is about a 6. There's also some there's a touch of underlying leather. The very sweet and satisfying cedar and orange citrus combination, candy-like combination, has an underlying layer of leather. Not overpowering, but it's there. So those are that's the initial flavors. That's how it starts out. I'll be back in just a minute to give you another update. Well, I'm about a ½ inch in, and the flavors on the front end are about the same. As far as the finish goes, it's a very sweet, light cream. Very much like a whipped cream. It's that sort of a flavor. There is some lingering pepper on the finish, which is nice. Let's go back to the front end. The leather notes are a little more obvious now. They built, you know, as you remember on the front end, I told you there was light leather. Well, it's a little more now. So you do get the candy-like, and it still is, cedar and orange citrus combination, and the leather is right there with it, right behind it. So, you know, I'm a little shy of saying it's a 50-50 split between those two groupings, but it's very close. And it works. It's very nice. So, so far, the Epic's going along nicely. I would call it, at this point, medium-bodied. It's not very powerful, not yet. It's building toward that, so let's see where it goes from here. Well, as you can see, I'm about 1.5 inches in, and the flavors just seem to build. They're getting more intense. The term I used originally of candy-like still applies. Now, the orange citrus seems to have morphed into one more of nutmeg. So it's a cedar nutmeg combination, and it's sweet and candy-like. The leather is still there. Leather is holding its base nice and firm. The pepper may have ticked up to about a 7. The body of the cigar still is around the medium point right now. And the finish is is a very sweet cream, but you could also compare it to a nice vanilla yogurt. It is that type of a taste, which is very good, by the way. Touch of lingering pepper. I can feel it on my palate. So that's where we are at about 1.5 inch point. So it's built to this point. What it does from here, I don't know. Stay tuned, but it's going along very nicely now. It's quite a good sweet cigar. Well, I'm not far from the midpoint, and I'm very close to the band. The sweet cedar and leather are your primary flavors. The nutmeg is tailed off. You almost get sort of a cocoa type flavor also sometimes. That nutmeg seems to fool you. Nutmeg and cocoa mixed up with the cedar can sometimes taste a little similar, but I'm sticking with nutmeg for now. But it has tailed off. And the finish is still a very nice, almost like vanilla yogurt or sweet cream. And the cigar is going along nicely. I would put it at about medium to full right now. Might be the top end of this cigar since we're at about the midpoint, but we'll see. So that's where we are. I'll be removing these bands one at a time. The lower band first here momentarily. Be right back. Well, as you can see, I removed the lower band, and I guess I'm every bit of at the midpoint now. The sweet cedar and leather are still very prominent. If you were to close your eyes and let your mind go blank, that sweet cedar is so sweet, combining with that leather, you almost get a black cherry flavor. Now, in addition to those two flavors of cedar and leather, there is now oak. There are some light oak notes on the front end. The finish remains largely unchanged. There is a little toasted note to it now, so I would call it, my term, toasted cream. You get a little toastiness to it, which could be the carryover of the oak notes to the finish. And one way to explain it. So that's where we are at every bit of the midpoint. It's burning very evenly or fairly evenly. That's what you've got. It's not bad. So be right back. Well, we're into the final third, probably maybe 2 inches left. And the citrus notes have come back. They are combining very nicely with that cedar. This is pure citrus, orange citrus, my definition. And the leather is subdued. The oak notes are much more obvious. The cedar and citrus combination is still what I term as candy-like. It is extremely sweet and just like a piece of hard candy. If you could put those two in a piece of hard candy, that's what it tastes like. Very good. Finish is about the same. I'll go with this toasted cream right now. Lingering pepper is nice. Pepper is good on the front end. So cigar is, I believe, it has definitely topped out its strength at medium to full bodied. Very good. Very good cigar. There it is. What's left? I'll be back to wrap it up here shortly. Well, we're very close to the end, so let's wrap it up. This cigar is fantastic. If you like nice, sweet, candy-like flavors of cedar and citrus, and at times citrus becoming nutmeg, is just candy-like no matter what those combinations are. Leather notes, oak notes, nice amount of pepper, above average pepper. The finish is fantastic with, at times it was a very sweet vanilla yogurt, sweet cream. It was just really nice. Medium to full bodied. Quite a long cigar. Took quite a while to smoke this cigar. Nothing I can say bad about this cigar. Now, They are not inexpensive, ranging in prices from $14 to $19. There's a new Montecristo #2 Epic that runs around $19, so be aware of that. Great celebratory cigar, great anytime cigar if you can afford them, but they are great. I am rating it a 93. I think this is probably the best Montecristo I've had. And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of good Montecristos out there. So there you have it. In a nutshell, fantastic cigar. Montecristo Epic 93.